Okay, so just a disclaimer, this is very personal. It's heavy, it's triggering, it's gonna be offensive to people too, probably. This is my own experiences and my own opinions. I don't think my opinion should be the law of the land. I'm not authoritarian like that. I'm sharing my perspective with you. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it's like a hot topic in the news, and yeah, I'm on social media because I'm gonna be a self-published author. I need to have a platform, and you know what, I'm not gonna like just self-promote my content on my platform. Like, if I'm gonna have a platform, I need to be authentic and real. That's just the kind of person I am. So as a child, I identified as male until about the age of 11. I wore boy clothes. I only had boy friends. I had short hair. I wanted to go by the name Nick. My middle name is Nicole. Yeah, until about 11, I felt uncomfortable as a girl. I remember saying that God made a mistake when he made me, that he should have put me in a boy's body because I was a boy. I didn't understand souls don't really have genders. That's how I see it now. But yeah, and I've been in therapy throughout my entire childhood, and about the age of 12, 13, after my move to Florida from Georgia, I had a therapist and we finally discussed this, and she said that my desire to be a male in my earlier years stemmed from the abuse that I suffered in early childhood. She said it's very common for girls who were immorted to want to identify as a male because they would feel safer in the world, you know, without being unattractive to like male perverts. Does that make sense? Now, I'm not saying that every trans person was probably immorted. I am saying a lot of people who were immorted may have gender dysphoria, right? So I don't exactly think that we should shame boys for playing with dolls or anything like that. I think we should let children explore their gender identity. I guess we should just leave them alone and not promote anything onto them. They're very impressionable. Nobody promoted being a boy onto me. It was something I naturally took. And I'm sure a lot of trans people were not immorted, and they knew as a child that they were in the wrong body, so to speak. Let's see what else. So I am against medical intervention for children experiencing gender dysphoria. I don't think minors should make a life-altering decision before they're adults, before their brains are fully formed. Like I said, I don't care if girls are tomboys and if boys are into traditionally girl stuff. I don't care. I think they should be left alone. I think kids experiencing gender dysphoria should be highly vetted. I think they should be in therapy, and we should see if there is an underlying issue why they're experiencing gender dysphoria before we just like give them hormone blockers and surgeries. I think that's a bit extreme for children. And I'm not saying all this like I don't want your pity. I don't want you to feel sorry for me. I'm doing pretty well in my life. I am now 30 years old. I'm married to a man. I always knew I was bisexual as a child too, like really early on. I experienced attraction to both genders. I have 3 kids. I'm married now. I'm pretty much normal. I had a lot of issues with drugs, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, promiscuity, and a couple years in my late teens, and of course all that stemmed from the abuse that I suffered as a child. I'm doing really well now despite that, so I really don't want you to feel sorry for me. The way I have conquered my demons, the best way I think, is by writing. I battle my demons through art. I definitely suggest like anyone with childhood trauma to like put it into art, because that's the way you kind of defeat it. My novel is very dark, and I am not like promoting the darkness as like a positive thing. Like, I'm not glorifying the darkness, but it's how like I work through my issues, and I know there's a lot of people who have dealt with traumatizing things and that they may resonate with my story. That's why I'm writing it. It helped me. Maybe it'll help one other person out there. So yeah, I just want to put my perspective out there. I'm not against like children being non-conforming with gender. I really don't care how someone else raises their kids, as long as you're not forcing them into anything. And I just think kids are too young for puberty blockers to make a life-altering decision.